and welcome to another episode on Startups. I'm Tamilore Akinkwolye. Now, every year, companies and institutions around the world grapple with the growing menace of forged certificates and falsified credentials. But one Nigerian startup is changing the game with an innovative solution, the Akawe app. Now today we'll dive into the story of a revolutionary app that is tackling the global challenge of document falsification. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Akawe.
Akawe is an online platform designed to reduce the incidence of credential fraud in the job market. We've built out technology that allows employers to be able to instantly verify the authenticity of academic records, as well as technology that allows educators to be able to issue digital certificates easily. My name is Ayodiji Agbola and I'm the founder of Akawe.
Initially, Akawe was funded with a simple mission: to approve and manage certificates for individuals. However, as demand for reliable verification grew, the app evolved into a cutting-edge platform used to confirm the authenticity of credentials and certificates.
The story starts from when we were trying to solve our own problem. We did have a contract in 2018 with Facebook where we were training lots of small business owners on how to use Facebook products for business. And after the training, we need to give certificates. We trained a total of about 70,000 people across 4 years. And you can imagine trying to give certificates to this large number of people. So I decided to build a simple solution that could easily issue these certificates out to these recipients. So we're looking for an English name for this application because I realized that we weren't the only ones who had the problem. There were other Facebook partners who had the same problem. And there were other educators out there who were running trainings and who wanted to issue certificates. And there was a need for a simple tool like what we had built. I was looking for an English name that would work. I just couldn't find any, especially as we wanted to buy a domain name that was appropriate. And we tried so many different English names. And after a lot of frustration not finding an appropriate name, I started to think, okay, maybe we should go indigenous with this. And the name Akawe popped into my head. And simply because of what it describes what the application does. At the time, the application would simply write your name on the certificate and then issue it out to you. So it was an application that writes, right? So that was why I named it Akawe. But it's turned out to be a great name because it's now even doing many other things around academic space, around graduates and the likes. And you know, typically a literate person is what you call an Akawe or a clerk, you know, in the Yoruba language. So that's the story behind that. So shortly after we launched the initial product, which was issuing of certificates, quite a number of our customers started asking, okay, thank you for this, but can you help us verify certificates? And that was obviously not why we built the application in the first place. Then we started looking into that problem, and then we realized that that was even a bigger problem because quite a number of either postgraduate schools or employers had a challenge trying to verify whether this person they're trying to hire, you know, actually has the grade that they say that they do. You know, because there's no system in place that is quick and fast that can help people, you know, actually get that information. Because what happens is, if you need to verify credentials, you either send someone to the school or you call the school, and that takes a bit of time before you get that answer.
Akọ̀wé has quickly gained recognition as a one-in-a-million solution to the global issue of document fraud by allowing companies and universities to verify and upload documents securely. The app has become a trusted tool for maintaining integrity in recruitment, academics, and more.
They just, give themselves a little notch upwards to the next grade. So if you had a second class lower, you would say you have a second class upper. Most people don't go and say they have a first class. They just, go to the next upper grade so that there is a higher chance that an employer could say, okay, you have a good grade, we can hire you. So that's what you find that is very rampant. Many times as well, because there are no systems to easily check, somebody who didn't graduate would have a CV that says they graduated from so school. It's so hard to check. So even if you're book smart or whatever it is, you might get hired even if you didn't graduate from school. And then your performance might then start to show that, okay, you said you had this grade, how come your performance is this way? And that's how people have been discovered over the years, to see, okay, your performance doesn't meet what you say you have in your CV. So you have many of those types of different methods that people do often. So with what we have done, which we have aggregated a lot of academic records onto our platform, it means that you can check and you can get information instantly. So for providing that instant information to you, you pay. So to access the system, we allow you some free trials where you can sign up, create an account, go into the platform and check a few names for free. And after that free trial, then you have to pay to continue to access the information. So basically you pay to search and then you pay to download a generated report. That generated report is what you can keep in your files as HR department.
While these features have brought much needed efficiency to credential verification, some skeptics have raised concerns about the safety of sensitive data on the server. But Ayodeji, the visionary founder of Akọ̀wé, assures users that the app servers are maintained and protected steadily to prevent hacking and data breaches.
Your academic records they're permanent records. Once your academic record has been issued by your school, it's a permanent record. It's not supposed to change, right? People change it because of, nefarious reasons. So what we're building out a solution where people can list their academic records on our platform. And because it's supposed to be a permanent record, we use blockchain technology to secure that permanence. It's tamper-proof and all of that. But however, who's to say that what you are listing on the platform is actually authentic? That's why we have multiple ways for actually verifying what you are listing. Once we verify that what you are listing is the same thing that the university has issued, and there are multiple other ways that we can actually verify that information, we then make it tamper-proof on the blockchain. So in essence, what it means is that a person can have their academic dossier on the Akọ̀wé app and their entire education history going backwards or even going forwards, right? So with that, anybody should be able to check this person, which school did they go to for primary school, which school did they go for secondary school, what did they come out for the university with, and things like that. That entire academic history is important information. Right now, it's scattered everywhere, and that's why Akọ̀wé is a very collaborative company. We're speaking with people who already work with secondary schools using software to say, hey, there's a lot of education history that you guys have access to. There are people willing to pay to see the education history. Let's collaborate and let's put it out together. So that helps to solve some of those problems.
The app's impact doesn't end there. Recognizing a broader need, Akọ̀wé has expanded its services to include undergraduates, enabling their credentials to be confirmed when they apply for loans. This feature is helping young people access opportunities while also ensuring transparency and accountability.
Right now, we're developing 2 new other products that we found that market is asking for, right? Again, people have come to us. We need to verify undergraduates. And something as simple as that, nobody in Nigeria today can do that. If you are an undergraduate, you are in 100 level, no. You are in 100 level, a 200 level student, maybe a bank wants to give you 50% off to be able to buy this laptop, they cannot verify that you are a 200 level undergraduate from this school. It's just, I mean, there's no way to do that because there's no system in place that anybody can trust that says that you are actually an undergraduate from this school. Because are you going to bring your ID card? Anybody can make an ID card, right? So we're building a collaborative solution with the universities as well to say, let's be able to verify without a doubt that this person is an undergraduate, is doing microbiology, and is from this school. Next year, we can say, yes, he's still doing microbiology, but he's now in 200 level, right? And that cannot be done in isolation. It has to be a collaborative effort, private partnerships, universities themselves, and then customers from outside can pay to access that.
When asked about government collaboration, Akawe's leadership remains tight-lipped. However, the app has secured partnership with prominent organizations in Nigeria, a testament to its credibility and trustworthiness.
You really can't execute business without the government. You must register your business as a legal entity. So the government must be aware that you're doing something and what you're doing is legal, right? So, but the challenge has been that Nigeria is very peculiar in the sense that, great ideas often find their ways to the top and often just find a way to be replicated even when you get what I mean. So, and that's happened to us quite a number of times. So we figure that the goal or the objective, or if you're going to win in this market, that's probably not the way to go. We're also aware that the government is also trying to build out similar solutions. And, again, if everybody is trying to solve the same problem, I believe that collaborative efforts get us there faster. Akawe is very difficult because it's not just B2B, it's B to universities. And if you understand universities, and not just Nigerian universities, universities across the world are not known to drive innovation. They're very slow to move. They're very, very academic, and therefore they're not very easily swayed to move into new technologies, especially African universities. So it's really, really difficult. And what we've been able to do is to show to them that there's a whole lot of revenue, there's a whole lot of innovation that if we work together, we can unlock a lot of revenue for they themselves, the universities, and a lot of ease for their stakeholders, graduates, lecturers, and for instance, it takes forever to get a transcript, even as of today. Like, why? Why should it take forever? The technology is there, the data is available, we just need to be able to work together. So the biggest challenge has always been that being able to work with universities in a way that technology would be the solution end to end.
One of the company's greatest milestones came on the global stage. Akawe's effort to bridge the gap in document verification and stamp recognition at a prestigious event in the States, where they were celebrated for their innovative approach to a global problem.
I would say when we were invited to pitch at TechCrunch Startup Battlefield in the USA, it was 2023. We had applied for the program in around April, and I promptly forgot about it. And then in August, I got an email to say, "Hooray, you're welcome. We're inviting you to the US to come and pitch your startup on a global stage." And that was a great milestone because for Akawe to have been chosen out of about 3,000 global applications, and they chose only 200. That was a great morale booster that, okay, we're solving something really global here. And TechCrunch, and if you know TechCrunch is a global brand, right? So that was validation for us. And that also helped us to realize that it was not a Nigerian problem, because standing on the stage in San Francisco, talking to a global audience about the problem you're solving from Nigeria, you had to find a way to make them relate to it. And there was a great aha moment where people realized that I'm from India, I have the same problem. I'm from Pakistan, I have the same problem. So that was a great moment for us to actually see that, okay, we are onto something here.
On the African front, Akawe has established a partnership with a company in Kenya, marking the beginning of its expansion across the continent. This collaboration underscores the app's mission to make the world a better place, one credential at a time.
Absolutely. So we have a partnership right now where that partner already sells credential verification in Kenya. And once that partnership has been finalized, it means that Akọ̀wé will be able to provide credential verification for Kenyans. So if you are a Nigerian trying to hire a Kenyan, you'll be able to come on our platform and verify that Kenyan based off of that partnership that we have. And it's a two-way thing. So that partner also will be able to access all of the records that we have in West Africa to be able to sell. So collaborations like that help us scale very quick. And this is not just a problem we're trying to solve for Nigeria alone. So think about West Africa, East Africa. The problem exists across sub-Saharan Africa, basically, and many parts of the world as well that are not on the African continent. So we want to make sure we focus on the first iteration. If it's good enough and people like it and people seem to find value in it, I think it then begins easily scale. Okay. Earlier we talked about the Benin Republic and the issues that are happening there. We are in conversations with companies in Benin Republic where we're trying to say, this is our solution. We want to bring it into the country and actually help solve that problem. So already we see that the problems exist, and with digital technologies, you can scale and solve those problems at scale. But you have to get it right. And once you get it right, it's easily replicable, across countries.
Looking to the future, Akọ̀wé has bigger plans. The team is exploring opportunities to extend their services to secondary schools, focusing on reducing the alarming rate of fake results in WAEC and JAMB. This move will revolutionize the education system and provide a foundation for a more transparent academic process. Welcome back. Now, global financial services often present daunting challenges for businesses in emerging markets, from arbitrary compliance thresholds to perceived risks and sudden service disruptions. Now, businesses frequently face obstacles that hinder their ability to scale and grow. Today, we turn our focus to a company revolutionizing cross-border payments and financial accessibility. Let's dive into the story of Waza and its groundbreaking platform, Link.
Waza is the B2B payments platform for emerging market businesses. We're helping businesses to make global payments, or to, I would say, to source FX liquidity to pay their suppliers and vendors globally. We've recently launched a product called Link, which is infusing this great FX liquidity product that we offer customers in a banking experience, right? And so our customers now have better control over their money, and they can make payments globally from a dashboard. They can access FX liquidity, get great rate, access different payment methods. I'm Maxwell Obi. I'm the CEO of Waza.
Registered in the United States as a money service business, Waza specializes in foreign exchange and money transmission. Since the launch and start in January 2023, the company has partnered with financial powerhouses like Visa and Currency Cloud to deliver payment services and account issuance. In just 1 year, Waza has served hundreds of businesses, processing an impressive $700 million in annualized payment volume while facilitating payments across 6 continents.
Waza is the B2B payments platform for emerging market businesses. We're helping businesses to make global payments, or to, I would say, to source FX liquidity to pay their suppliers and vendors globally. We've recently launched a product called Link, which is infusing this great FX liquidity product that we offer customers in a banking experience, right? And so our customers now have better control over their money, and they can make payments globally from a dashboard. They can access FX liquidity, get great rate, access different payment methods.
But Waza is not stopping there. To address the unique challenges faced by businesses in emerging markets, Waza recently introduced a new product called Link. Designed as a viable alternative to existing financial solutions, Link offers multi-currency. These accounts enable payments to more than 100 countries and are equipped with robust features that extend beyond traditional wallets.
There's a big void that Link is feeling in the market because traditional banks haven't been able to cater to the needs of these businesses over time. They have an outsized perception of risks for businesses that operate in higher risk jurisdictions like emerging markets in Africa, Southeast Asia, etc. And so we decided to plug that gap by launching Link, which is, it's not a different brand, but it's a different product under the same brand, right? And so it's still solving B2B payments from the perspective of FX and now banks. Small businesses, startups, other financial institutions, corporates, even large organizations can use Link. I think I would say if you have a need to operate in the global market or you have a need for international banking and you operate in an emerging market, automatically you will be perceived as high risk and we are the alternative, we are the go-to for you. So that's our target, right? And that's from a customer segmentation standpoint. If you take a wider scan from a market perspective, we want to look at markets that have a lot of cross-border activity and a lot of buzzing startup ecosystem, right, or startup activity. Even as we target corporates and large multinationals, right, or even if large corporates and enterprises are part of the customer segment, they are not our sole target. We know that startups are also super affected. So we want them to also bank on Link. We want them to come get their multi-currency accounts, do exchange, and just use us as a de facto banking platform to make payments to their vendors and suppliers globally.
What sets Link apart is its comprehensive payment support. This ensures businesses with operations across the globe which can efficiently manage their payments and focus exchange liquidity on a single platform.
Most people that have tried to provide multi-currency platforms approach it from a mature market mindset. We're taking a very localized approach, paying attention to emerging market businesses that cannot access international banking services. Like, I mean, if you take a quick look at what happened last year, banks like Mercury, fintech banks or other financial institutions like Mercury, SVB, Silicon Valley Bank began to shut down businesses that have either directors or UBOs in emerging markets that deem high risks, right? So it's not, we on the other hand have provided this service with a keen eye for streamlined compliance processes, speed and cost, right? If you can bank with these guys, you can bank with us. And not only have we streamlined that compliance process for you, we can now give you, you can deliver your payments very fast within the same day. FX, yes, is a great value prop there, but it is not the entire thing. Transaction fees, we don't charge a monthly transaction fee, it's really cheap. Eventually, as we launch more features and evolve the product, there will be more customer segments unlocked, right? We're thinking about building APIs that will cater to other financial institutions that want to build on top of our infrastructure. And when we think about B2B payments, which is our core focus, it's usually happening in the context of trade. And trade can be seen as an ecosystem. There's a supply side, there's a demand side. So there are other things we will launch that will also cater to suppliers in different jurisdictions and unlock new customer segments. But today, businesses, importers, exporters, corporates, startups would be our ideal customer target.
Importantly, Waza clarifies that it is not a bank. Instead, the company partners with banks that adhere to strict rules and regulations in each country of operation. This strategic approach ensures compliance while maintaining flexibility and innovation.
First, Waza or Link is not a bank, we're a technology company. And so all of the services are provided in partnership with licensed financial institutions. So we've been able to build on top, I would say, really strict compliance protocols and whatever other value services that they can offer. Today, we're making great progress we want to launch interest on deposits, financing. These are all value-added services that makes us stand out, right? So it's not just, yes, we're going to give you faster payments, cheaper payments, a streamlined compliance approach so you can actually bank with us if you can get access to the US banking infrastructure. But also, eventually, we're going to launch other features to cater to all your needs for you to actually operate competitively in the global financial market.
Speaking about the operation in Nigeria, Maxwell Obi, the Waza CEO and co-founder, emphasized the adaptive approach to navigating local policies, highlighting Waza's commitment to supporting businesses in emerging markets.
First and foremost, we pay really keen attention to security, trust, compliance. We don't joke with these things. It's top priority for us. I think I would also reemphasize that we are not a bank. We are a technology company that is building on top the services and licensing of banking partners that have strict adherence to AML, CTF, and other regulatory requirements, right? But beyond that, if you take a look at the banking side of things, these guys are already complying with all of these regulations, right? They're complying with the central bank regulations, the BSA Act in the US, and other regulatory bodies. So from a banking standpoint, there is that compliance aspect and trust and security. From a technology standpoint, we've also tried to pay attention to global standards in terms of building the product. So we've implemented bank-grade encryption, security protocols, and we also pay strict attention to KYC and KYB regulations. And we also licensed, right? We're registered as an MSB with the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network of the US. We're also licensed by the central bank as an IMTO. So while why that regulation or directive is in place, yeah, we pay attention to it and we try to operate together with our banking partners within the frameworks of the regulators.
Despite being incorporated and operational in the US, UK, and EU, Waza has identified a significant challenge for businesses with ties to emerging markets. These barriers often lead to service discontinuation, uncompleted transactions, and disrupted trade flows, resulting in substantial financial losses and hampering business growth. Link was developed to address these critical issues. The platform's extensive payment capabilities and competitive FX rate ensures businesses can manage their finances efficiently while also scaling globally. And that's how we have on today's episode on Startups. I'm Tamilore Akinkolie. See you again next time.